Welcome back, football fans. We've got huge updates from Barcelona and the transfer market you don't want to miss. Fermín Lopez, who came close to joining Chelsea this summer, is now being targeted by Pep Guardiola and Manchester City as a potential replacement for Bernardo Silva. Meanwhile, Frenkie de Jong faces a decisive few weeks as Barcelona push him to make a contract decision, or risk being sold in January. We'll also look at young talents like Newcastle's TREVEN SANUSI, who dreams of joining Barca or Real Madrid, and the return of Marc Bernal after a long injury layoff. Plus, with Alejandro Balde sidelined, Gerard Martin is set to step up as Barcelona's left-back. A lot is happening in Catalonia. Let's break it all down. The FC Barcelona midfielder Fermín Lopez was strongly linked with a move to the Premier League side Chelsea in the last days of the recently closed summer transfer window, but ultimately ended up staying at the Catalan side. A recent report has revealed how his talks with Hansi Flick and Deco shaped this operation and led to this outcome. However, his long-term future at the Blaugrana club still remains uncertain. Now, another Premier League powerhouse has entered the picture. According to Fishages, Manchester City have made Fermín one of their midfield targets for the upcoming winter transfer window, with Pep Guardiola personally identifying him as a priority signing. Pep is said to admire Fermín's versatility, given his ability to operate as an interior midfielder, attacking midfielder, or even on the left wing. City's interest in Fermín also ties into the growing uncertainty around Bernardo Silva's future. The Portuguese international, still a key part of Guardiola's plans, has become the centerpiece of Benfica presidential candidate João Neurona Lopez's campaign. Lopez, who is running in the club's elections on October 25, has openly pledged to bring Silva back to Lisbon, even claiming that a contract is already waiting for him. While Silva remains under contract with City until 2026, Lopez hopes to negotiate a deal as early as January, though a summer move is also possible. Should that happen, as per Fishages, Fermín has been earmarked as the ideal successor to bring energy, creativity, and attacking drive into City's midfield. Fermín's performances last season underline why Guardiola rates him so highly. The 22-year-old featured in 46 matches for Barcelona, contributing 8 goals and 10 assists, impressive numbers for a player still in the early stages of his career. While the Manchester side has the money to convince Barcelona into making a sale, it will still not be easy for them to land Fermín Lopez, especially as the midfielder has a contract till 2029, and till now he seems to be determined to stay at Barcelona. Frenkie de Jong continues to be a vital player for Hansi Flick's Barcelona, yet his long-term future at the club is far from secure. The issue lies with his contract, which runs until 2026, and despite lengthy talks over a renewal, no agreement has been reached. Although recent signs pointed toward progress, especially after the Dutch midfielder appointed a new agent, no breakthrough has materialized. According to Fishages, Barcelona have now set a clear deadline. President Joan Laporta has told de Jong that he must make a decision in the coming weeks, with the club unwilling to keep negotiations open beyond January. For Barcelona, the reasoning is simple. They cannot afford to risk losing a player of de Jong's value without financial compensation. Should the midfielder refuse to commit to fresh terms, the Catalans are prepared to place him on the transfer market this winter. De Jong, for his part, has consistently expressed his happiness at Barcelona and his desire to stay. However, as per the report, the board suspects his cautious approach may be a negotiating tactic to secure more favorable conditions. If no agreement is reached, Barcelona's contingency plan is clear. Sell the Dutchman in January either to a top European side or to suitors in the Middle East, where lucrative offers are expected. Time is running out and the coming weeks will prove decisive. Whether de Jong renews his commitment to FC Barcelona or begins a new chapter elsewhere, the decision will have major implications for Flick's tactical setup and long-term strategy. Newcastle United's TREVEN SANUSI says he has a goal of joining Real Madrid or Barcelona in the future. The 18-year-old initially joined the Magpies Academy from Birmingham City in 2023, and Eddie Howe gave him minutes in FA Cup win over Bromley FC in January, which has been only first-team appearance for Newcastle. On summer deadline day, Newcastle allowed him to join FC Lorient on a season-long loan deal. Le Telegram had a chat with the winger to discuss his latest move to France, and he talked about his desire to secure a move to Real Madrid or Barcelona in the future. The England U18 international was honest in admitting he wasn't aware of the League One club's history, but knew about the club, mainly because of the new Magpies signing Yoane Wissa, who represented Lorient between 2018 and 2021. Lorient was on my list of possible destinations. I didn't really know the club's history, but I knew that Yoane Wissa played there. He's a great player, and I'm all the more excited to have this opportunity to experience League One with FC Lorient, he said. The Newcastle man insists he has taken a huge step by moving to France and feels it can help in his development. It's a big new step to take for sure. But I'm used to being outplayed and pushed upwards since my youth, SANUSI explained. I feel ready to take on the challenge of League One. It's a very physical league, and I know it's an aspect of my game I still need to improve. But it's also the league of talents, and that's in line with what I want to show on the pitch. The young attacker went on to mention his wish to play for Real Madrid or Barcelona when asked about his ambitions for the future. I just want to play football and reach the highest level possible. Why not Real Madrid or FC Barcelona, or any big club where I can showcase my skills and personality on the pitch, he added. After more than a year out, Marc Bernal is set to return to the FC Barcelona matchday squad this weekend for their game against Valencia. The 18-year-old prodigy suffered an ACL injury in only his third official game for the first team last season and has spent the past year working extremely hard on his recovery and rehabilitation. Barcelona proposed a short loan exit for Bernal. Now, it has emerged that Barcelona had considered the idea of sending Bernal out on a short-term loan during the summer window. Indeed, according to Mundo Deportivo, the Blaugrana proposed the idea of a loan exit to Bernal, with an option for returning in January. The idea was to guarantee the 18-year-old prodigy more minutes than Hansi Flick might be able to offer, so that he can recover his rhythm after spending a long time out. Marc Bernal had no shortage of admirers this summer, with as many as 7 clubs, including AS Roma, Chelsea, Brighton, Everton, Valencia, Girona and Real Betis, showing interest in signing him. Despite the offers, the La Masia graduate firmly rejected the idea of leaving. A true Cule at heart, Bernal's dream is simple: to succeed at Barcelona. Even recent approaches from Saudi Arabian giants Al Nassr have not swayed him. The young midfielder remains fully focused on carving out his future at the Camp Nou. Meanwhile, Barcelona suffered a setback earlier this month when Alejandro Balde picked up an injury during training, depriving Hansi Flick of one of his most important fullbacks. After all, the young left-back is a key player in Hansi Flick's team, and his absence for close to a month will be dearly felt. However, Flick is not short of options to replace Balde in the team, with Gerard Martin and young Joffer Torrents available at the manager's disposal. Gerard Martin to become the regular starter. And as per Ferran Carrillas of Sport, Gerard Martin is set to become the regular starter at left-back for Barcelona in the absence of Balde. And the 23-year-old is determined to make the most of his opportunity. After playing only 12 minutes so far this season due to registration issues, the fullback will start again against Valencia this weekend. Coincidentally, his official debut for the Barca first team also came against Los Che in August last year. Since then, Martin became an important player for Flick, who has complete faith in the defender. The left-back ended up playing 42 matches last term, earning himself a contract renewal, signed in January, and a first-team squad number this season. During the summer, there was speculation about a possible departure, but neither the fullback nor Flick considered it. The German coach's trust in Martin is absolute, while sporting director Deco also has great confidence in him. The sporting department is convinced that with Balde, Martin and Joffer Torrents pushing from behind, the left-back position is well covered. Now, Martin is determined to repay the faith shown in him by the coach and the director by making valuable contributions in key matches in Balde's absence. The 23-year-old will start against Valencia and is also expected to feature in the team's Champions League opener away to Newcastle United. Depending on Balde's recovery, Martin could also be called up to start in games versus Getafe and Real Sociedad as well. And he is highly motivated to seize this opportunity and succeed at the club of his life. And that's the latest from Barcelona. Fermín Lopez attracting Manchester City's interest, Frenkie de Jong's contract saga reaching its breaking point, and young stars like TREVEN SANUSI and Marc Bernal showing why the future looks so bright. On top of that, Gerard Martin is ready to seize his chance at left-back while Balde recovers. The big question now, should Barcelona consider cashing in on de Jong, or must they fight to keep him at all costs? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more updates on Barca, Real Madrid, PSG, and all the biggest football stories. See you in the next video.